What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters and welcome to Live to Metal. It's time for part 2 in my July vinyl update. Part 1, I'll put a link to up here somewhere, and you know, that was stuff that I picked up while I was out in California and Arizona on vacation a few weeks ago. Had a blast out there and picked up quite a few things at really good prices. I was kind of surprised because some of that stuff was worth way more than I paid for it. But I had some more, and this is some stuff I bought online, and one thing I picked up here locally at Charlie's Records, so I'm just going to get right into it. I'll start off with one. This has been on my want list forever, and I just never find it for a decent price, and you know, it's not one of my favorite albums, but it completes a collection. So this is Peter Criss's solo album, and this is the picture disc for Peter Criss's solo album. And yeah, I've just wanted one forever just to complete the collection, and I do like this album. It's just, of the 4 Kiss solo albums from '78, Peter Criss's was probably my least favorite. So yeah, I just never wanted to pay, you know, 30, 40, 50 bucks for a original pressing, or even the repressings are ridiculously priced. This one here I picked up locally, brand new condition. This is a Russian import, 180 gram vinyl, and it was $18.99, I believe, is what I grabbed it for. Which is still a little pricey, but you know, not so bad, and it was a local shop, so I had to pay shipping, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So I thought real quick I'd just show off the rest of what I have. I have another, this is Paul Stanley. This is also, I bought this brand new. This is also from a Russian import on Lilith. It says Casablanca, but re-release is 2006 Lilith. I'm not sure if it's a bootleg or if it's for real. What I've read it, it's for real. Regardless, it sounds good. It sounds better than the '78 pressings, and it looks great. It comes with a little sticker on there that has the Russian writing on it. Now the other two I have, Gene Simmons. This is an original '78 pressing, and this is, as you can see, it has a little cutout in the corner right here. And this is actually in very, very good condition for being a '78. My buddy Trog picked this one up at a record store in Phoenix when he saw it there for me, knowing that you know, I was looking for this, and he grabbed it for me. So can't remember how much he paid for it, but glad to have it. I've had that one for years and years. He picked that back about 10 years ago or so. And this one here is the first one I've had, and this is an original '78 pressing as well. This is Ace Frehley's solo album. It was actually in really good condition, with the exception of, and I don't know if you can see it, there was a bend right there in the cover, which has since been, looks like someone touched it up with Sharpie or something like that. You can't really tell. Actually, whoever did it did a really good job. Again, Ace Frehley solo album. So there's all 4 of them. 2 original pressings, 2 repressings. If I ever see the Ace or Paul Russian pressings, I'm willing to grab those just so I can have all the Russian pressings. And vice versa, if I ever see the Peter Criss or Paul Stanley original pressings, I'll grab them so I can have all the original pressings. In the meantime, I'm happy that I have them all. Finally. That Peter Criss one's been on there for years. Anyhow. So this next one, kind of a bummer. This is an album, another... Oh look, it's Roxy. Come here, Roxy. Roxy's gotten really big. This is Roxy. Hi, say hi to Roxy. Okay, bye, Rox.
Come on, Roxy. Good girl.
Roxy just came to visit. This next one is one that I bought online. I got it for a great price, and I got it from a place that I bought from many times before online, and I was expecting no issues because I've never had an issue with them. Anyhow, this arrived in the mail, still sealed. This is Thin Lizzy Live 2012. This is just before they decided to change their name and go with the Black Star Riders name, and put out new studio material. But this is all, of course, Thin Lizzy songs. You still have Scott Gorham on guitar. On this one you got Brian Downey on drums, who is right down here. Of course, being one of the original members of Thin Lizzy. Darren Wharton on keyboards. Of course, Darren was a member of Thin Lizzy in later years. Ricky Wharton on vocals, who is still the vocalist for Black Star Riders. Marco Mendoza on bass. Marco was played with Ted Nugent, among others. And Damian Johnson is the other guitar player. Very good. Of course, it's not going to have that same vibe that you got on Live and Dangerous, but I still really enjoyed it. But what kind of a bummer is this thing came with 2 huge splits in the top of the vinyl, and I mean, it's not just rubbed; it's actually split. You know, holes. Doesn't look so bad in this, you know, plastic, but I was pretty bummed that it was like that. So I did contact the seller and say, hey, man, you know, you advertise it as new once and sealed, but it's got a big split in it. And the seller basically, it's funny because this is a store and I got 2 different responses from 2 different people from the store. One of them told me basically, well, we tried to contact you to warn you before we sent it, but since you didn't return our reply, we just sent it. I don't know who they sent it to because they didn't send it to me. Not only did they have my email address, but I bought it directly through eBay, so they could have gone through eBay and messaged me as well. Didn't get it either way. The other guy said, oh, I apologize for the inconvenience. You know, we should have contacted you and let you know. You can either return it for a refund, or we'll give you a partial refund. And you can keep the record. We have no more of these to send you. So I decided to keep it, and because the records are obviously brand new. Other than that, the cover is fine. So they refunded me half my money. So I paid barely anything for this. So you know, I went with the second guy. I don't know why the first guy was so mean, but regardless, they returned my half my money, so I'm happy with it. You know, at least somebody from the store tried to, you know, take care of me. Like I said, I buy from the store all the time, so I was kind of surprised to get that first response. But the other one came in the same day. So this next one came. This is a White Lion. This is, of course, after his. I don't know. You know what to believe when it comes to Kiss anymore, but he left Kiss because he had some kind of debilitating hand problem and couldn't play anymore. But somehow he's playing on here, you know, the year after he's out of Kiss. So what you got here is some very glammy rock, great guitar playing. Mark St. John is a fantastic guitar player. But this thing does not, you know, blow it out of the park. It's not like I love Vinnie Vincent Invasion. I love Nitro and that over-the-top glam stuff with the heavy guitars and the high-pitched vocals. It's not quite that. More in line with like what Whitesnake was doing at the time, you know, around '87 or so. This one's still sealed. I haven't even opened it yet, but I have heard this one, and I need to do a review on it. Matter of fact, we should do a seal to reveal. I'm not wearing jeans. I don't have a knife, so but let's give it a shot anyhow. See if it works on military pants. Yes, it does. All right. So what do we got in here? Original order form. See how the T-shirt was back then. T-shirt, black logo on white shirt. $10. Nice. Alright, and then of course the vinyl is in here. Plain, looks like a plain sleeve. Oh, there's also an insert. So here's the lyric sleeve, single-sided. And the vinyl. Oh wait, there's something else inside here. Jeez. Another order form. You can wear this tiger ring. This is the same ring the band wears. It's big, it's bold, it's beautiful. Okay. And then here's your the label. And just because it's been sealed since what, 1986 or 7 or whenever this came out, I'm kind of curious if this thing is warped or not. Looks flat. Looks awesome. Brand new. So anyhow, very cool. Kiss related item. Nice to have. Sent to me by a really nice guy named Dexter, who is on the Heart of Metal discussion board. And I need to review this one and get it onto No Life to Metal. So there you go. White Tiger. Did I say White Lion earlier? White Tiger. If I said White Lion, sorry. Next one, awesome. You know, like huge Aerosmith fan. All these old live shows have just been coming out like crazy. Had to grab this one. Live at the Hampton Coliseum. This is '86, I believe, or '87. November '87. So this was on the, I believe this was on the Back in the Saddle tour. Let's see here. No, this would have been, that was later. So this would have been right at the beginning of the Permanent Vacation tour. So yeah, double vinyl. I guess I could show you the gatefold real quick. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just basically a, oh, I'm wrong. It's not a gatefold. It's just 2 albums, and it is just a black vinyl. Let's check them because just make sure I wasn't lying. Yeah, pretty simple center rings, but the sound quality is great. This was a radio broadcast, which it says right on the front, Westwood One FM broadcast. I love that early Aerosmith, even up in the early '80s. Here they were still playing a lot of heavy stuff. Matter of fact, the set list here includes Lightning Strikes with course, Joe Perry being back on guitar. And I love that song. They should always play that song. I think it's one of their best, even though it wasn't written with Joe in the band. Toys in the Attic, Same Old Song and Dance, Dude Looks Like a Lady, big 10-inch record, Lightning Strikes, Ragdoll, which I think is one of the better songs from Permanent Vacation, Back in the Saddle, Last Child, Draw the Line, Rats in the Cellar, killer song from Rocks, Dream On, Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way, and Train Kept It Rolling. So there you go, Aerosmith, Westwood one. This one was a little pricey on Bad Joker Records out of the, doesn't say what country it's out of, just says European Union. Limited to 500 copies total. Somebody, a friend of mine on Facebook warned me that this was coming out and to jump on it quickly, so I did. Alright, this next one is a Belgian band, Belgium, and I picked up 2 by them, and let me show you the one I picked up first. And I just can't stop listening to this. It's so freaking good. This is, After All, Dawn of the Enforcers. My goodness, this is just fantastic speed metal. Up there with like the likes of like Hellstar, Sanctuary, you know, those high-pitched vocals that they used to, and Agent Steel, that kind of, you know, those high-pitched angelic vocals, and I just love this. You know, those high screams, the mid-paced singing mixed in with it, all fast songs, double bass, heavy guitars, crunchy riffs. I mean, it just has everything I like about speed metal and early thrash metal. There's no guttural growls. There's no death metal involved here. This is just fantastic speed metal. And this is actually not that old. I think this is 2014, 2015. They have a newer album out that I don't have yet, but I'd like to get. This band has been around for a long time, since the 80s, I believe. But here they have a different vocalist than they had earlier. Man, just fantastic. The thing was mixed and mastered by Dan Swano, and of course you got this cover art by Ed Repka, who, you know, has done tons and tons of thrash metal and heavy metal album covers. So there you go. After All from Belgium, Dawn of the Enforcer. Highly recommended if you like speed metal. Like I said, Hellstar, Agent Steel, that sort of thing. Just awesome. If this would have been 2016 release, it would have probably been my #1 album 2016. But because it's an older release that I missed out on, it didn't make that list. So this is a 2005 release from the same band. This is the Vermin Breed. Now this is more thrash metal, less speed metal, more thrash metal. What's the difference? Not a lot. Musically, vocally, the vocals are a little more raw, still sung, still not death metal growls, but just, you know, I don't know how to explain it, metal. If you listen to part 1 of this video, the music playing in the background is this record. And several people commented on it, asked me what was playing in the background, and I kind of avoided saying it so I could show the record later. But again, this album's just as good as the first one, just very different. Vocally, that is. Musically, it's not that far off. It's still your, you know, your crunchy riffs, your double bass, your... and when I say double bass, people tend to think, you know, the power metal thing where it's just all the way through, and it's not. It's very diverse. You know, you got your downbeats, you got a little bit of everything in here. It's good, solid thrash metal. 5-piece band. This was a limited pressing from 2005 on Killer Metal Records. This one is number 179 of 500. And this, I believe this is a repressing, even though it says it's 2005, or maybe it did come out at the same time. I'm not 100% sure, because I know I've seen 2 different covers for this. But that's a cool cover. I really dig it. So, cool cover, great band. Both these albums are just fantastic. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out for more After All. Very good band from Belgium. Alright, another one that I've got 2 of the show. In my last video, you might have seen me showing a autographed album from Death Angel. And I also picked up the new album from Death Angel, The Evil Divide. Wow, great record. This will most likely make my 2016 list. I'd be shocked if it didn't, because there'd have to be some really great stuff to come out to knock it off. There has been a lot of great releases that year, so it's going to be tough, but this is a very good album. Very cool artwork. The cover is done by famous tattoo artist Bob Tyrell. If I can get this off of here, I will show you the... Alright, so let me show you. Here's the custom center rings. Did come in these black sleeves with that are polylined, which is nice. Double album. Side 3 of the record is a you know, regular album that's playable. Side 4 is etched, and you get the same cover art, and that is just cool looking. I don't know how well that's showing on the video, but that's side 4 of the record, so very cool. I'm kind of glad they didn't break it up and put, like, you know, just to make it 4 sides, put more songs on there, or try and like put only 2 songs for it, so that they spread it out on the 4. I hate that, getting up every 2 songs to turn the record over. It should be 3, 4, 5 songs on a record, and that's what this one is. Anyhow, 2016 release from Death Angel. These guys have just been killing it. Everything they've released in the last few years has been stellar, and The Evil Divide is no exception to that rule. So, and then while we're at it, I've been looking for this one for a while. I'm looking for an original pressing because I didn't want the double vinyl, which they do on their second album. It's kind of annoying because it is at 2 songs and then you have to split the sides. I need to turn the record over. Okay. Yes, I'm very professional around here. Not. Never claimed to be a professional. Just a fan. Anyhow, this is Death Angel, the Ultraviolence. Now, I know tons of Death Angel fans think this is the best thing they ever released. And I love this record. I mean, I've listened to it since it came out as a new release, so I like it too. This is when these guys were young. I mean, these guys were like, what, 14, 15, 16 years old? This was speed for speed's sake. That's what they were trying to do here. They did have songwriting skills. They had their chops, so it's a good record, but it's not my favorite. You know, of those first 3 records, Act 3 is actually my favorite. I love the diversity of that record. You got your heavy songs, you got some mellower songs, you've got, you know, ups and downs and valleys and highs. This one is all just in your face, you know, knocking you over with a hammer. Some people dig that more than others do, and I like it, but I actually think that their second and third album were better. Still, I'm glad to finally have this. This is actually a brand new pressing on Metal Blade Records from 2015. This is a single disc pressing. There's only 1 album in here. This one is still sealed. I haven't even popped it open yet. I only received this in the mail not that long ago, and I got it for a great price, so I'm happy to have it finally. And from what I understand, these are selling out rather quickly. I know some of the places I usually buy from, like Hell's Headbangers and places like that, they didn't have any more left. Happened to find this one on, I can't remember where I got it from now. No, it's just not. It's an unusual site. It's not a site that specializes in metal that I got it from. Like, I can't remember. Doesn't matter really, but it's drying up. So if you're looking for this one, this 2015 pressing, get it quick. They didn't press a whole lot of them, from what I understand, and they're disappearing. All right, this next band, I love this next band, man. I only have 1 album from them so far, and I showed it not that long ago. It's called Subversion, I believe, or Subvision, and that was their 2015 release. So I've been looking for more from this band called Ram, one of the new wave of British heavy metal bands. And I picked up this Metal Blade release from, let's see if there's a date on here because I don't remember the year it came out. Yeah, I don't see a date on the back of here. Anyhow, this is from, this is a Metal Blade pressing from Germany. I think there's another year on here. It might have been 2014, I don't know. This is not that old. But anyhow, Swedish heavy metal band. Great stuff. I gave this one a spin on one of those streaming sites, or it may have been YouTube, I don't remember, before I purchased it, just to make sure that, you know, what, I don't know why, I kind of knew I'd like it, and indeed I did. This fantastic record. But again, this is also new, only came in the mail not that long ago. Glad to finally have it in my collection. When I have some spin time, I'll be popping this one open. Why don't we just do it now real quick, you know? Another one of those, what do we call these things, sealed to reveal? Let's take a look and see what's inside here. I'm assuming it's black vinyl. It didn't say it was colored vinyl. I knew it was a gatefold already. And now that I think about it, it was YouTube I listened to this album on. The whole album is on YouTube, available to listen to, because I remember seeing the gatefold. Ugh, this plastic doesn't want to come off. There we go. Ram. Gatefold, and then the vinyl again in one of those black plastic. Oh, this is not polyline though. I have to put it in with polyline sleeve. This is on, yeah, black vinyl on Metal Blade Records. This is a custom Metal Blade sleeve, black on white. And again, no year. I don't remember what year this came out. I'm thinking it was like 2014. Whatever. Ram, straightforward heavy metal. Out of Sweden. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with this band. I haven't heard anything I didn't like by them so far. Gotta keep looking for more. I think it was Rui Martins. Rui Martins. I'll put a little link there. Rui is from Portugal, and he's actually got to turn me on to them. Showed him in their video and highly recommended him to me, and wanted me to check him out so bad he actually bought me the record and sent it to me. And I'm glad he did, because like I said, I really like the band. Subversion or Subvision, I can't remember how you pronounce that album I was talking about, but the vocals in that sometimes, it reminds me of like Laurel Dane back on the Refuge Denied days. That's kind of the style you get. So not that far off from After All, but it's not thrash metal. More of a power metal style, almost like a US power metal style. Alright, shut up. Almost done. This one's been out for a while. I finally picked up a cheap copy for, I should say cheap, it was 16 bucks, brand new. Came with a download card, 2014 I think this came out. The Skull, which of course features ex-members of Trouble, Eric Wagner being the big one there, the vocalist. And let me open this one up too and show you the gatefold. Supposedly it also features some members of Pentagram. Now I didn't look it up, I don't know who that member was. There's not any main members. It's not like Victor Griffin or any of those guys are in here. So you got Jeff Ollie Olsen on drums. Jeff also was one of the members of Trouble for many, many years. Yeah, I just don't know which person on here was from Pentagram. Regardless, this doesn't sound like Pentagram. This sounds like old classic Trouble. Doom, stoner, rock. Very, very good. Came highly recommended by Trog. So I finally picked up a copy. Did do the download thing. And burned it to a disc and been playing it in my car as well. Slow, doomy, heavy stuff. Love it. Alright, I'm running out of battery, so I gotta be quick here. Last one. Another thrash speed metal band. This one's from the California area, from LA, I believe. This is the new release from Viking, No Child Left Behind. Awesome. Awesome album, and I don't know what took me so long to finally get a copy of this, but this is a brand new 2016 release. It's been out for a few months. Highly, highly recommended if you like their older stuff. And their first two albums were great as well. Especially love their second album. Of course, these guys always had a little connection with Dark Angel, and my friend Glenn Rogers from Heretic and Hyrax and Vengeance Rising was supposed to be working with these guys on this album as well, but he ended up going into Heretic instead. But who we do have on here, Gene Hoglan on drums. Of course, Gene being in many, many bands, but Dark Angel. And then you got Ron Daniel Erickson, who I believe was in Dark Angel for a while. And then you got Mike Gonzalez on bass from Dark Angel. And then Justin Zeke on the guitar. And I'm pretty sure this was a 2016. I think it actually came out on CD first in end of 2015, then on vinyl in 2016. Okay, like I said, running out of battery, so had to plug it in real quick. Not a professional. Just a fan. So yeah, last one, Viking, No Child Left Behind. So there you go, that's part 2 of my July vinyl pickups. Quite a bit of stuff actually for this month. Usually don't pick up as much in the summer, but just ended up getting quite a bit of things on vacation at some great prices. So do check out part 1 of the video. Thank you for watching this video, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you liked it. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it. God bless. Stay strong.